Hi, it's Loren Lockman from the Tanglewood Wellness Center. I'm sitting here with my dear friend Karen. Karen, how are you doing today?
I'm doing extremely well, thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm glad to hear that. Now, Karen, you've been with us now for 5 weeks.
Yes.
5 weeks tomorrow, you arrived again, right? You're on your way out of here. First of all, maybe you can share a little bit about why you decided to come and do this. You spent 26 days fasting,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Why'd you do that?
For a lot of reasons. Throughout my life, the last probably 7 years, I've been trying to find the right way to eat and get healthy again.
Yep.
And so that's when I started looking into becoming a vegan. And it was a real learning process because I own a restaurant. I was able to incorporate a few things, but not as much as I would like, because I live in a small town. But the health part of it became very aware when I was diagnosed with spinal stenosis in my spinal column. And I had hit my head, which caused probably a blessing in disguise, but it caused a lot of problems. It opened up the door for the arthritis, and that's when I found out it was going to be probably a year before I was going to be paralyzed. So they wanted to do surgery, and my mind and body and spirit said no. I had to try something else first. So I just started on my journey, and about 3 weeks before I got here, I had a friend tell me, look up this place in Tanglewood, Loren Lockman. And I did. And I knew the moment I saw your first video that you had me, because it made clear and concise sense. There was no getting around it. Life should not be difficult, and neither should the process. So, with that being said, I knew I had to be here. So I booked a ticket. And
It all happened quickly.
It was very quickly.
Yeah.
And I knew I was going to complete it. And there was never a hesitation through the journey of the 26 days water fast that I never felt like I wanted to quit.
Even though there were times it was difficult.
Oh, there is nothing easy about this journey.
Yeah.
This journey was, it was a big journey.
Yeah.
It was a big process.
And of course, you're clear. Viewers may not be clear, but I think you're clear that even though you're leaving and heading home, you're still in the process.
I'm not only in the process, it has now become a deep-seated new way of life for me.
Mm.
And that is probably the part that touches me most in my heart.
Yeah.
Because I now know. And sometimes you get this feeling of knowing, and there's no going back.
Right.
And I feel so good today. I feel so much better than I did when I walked in here.
Well, let's talk about that. So
Yeah.
what's actually changed for you as a result of fasting 26 days? And
Well,
8 days feeding on horrible things like papayas and mangoes.
I found a new love for fruit. I
Yeah.
didn't really have a lot of experience growing up with a lot of fresh fruit.
Right.
And my fruit repertoire was watermelon, cantaloupe, oranges, apples, strawberries, blueberries. It's very limited.
Yeah.
Bananas, that kind of thing.
Right.
And down here in Tanglewood, I found a love. A couple of years ago, another part of Costa Rica, I spent some time, and I found a new love for papaya.
Yeah.
But the mango, nothing puts you more in nirvana having that mango for the first time after water fasting.
They're amazing. How about the coconut water?
Coconut water, I started the first refeeding day with coconut water, and that's not something I generally like, but when I tasted it, it went all the way to my toes. It went to my fingertips. It was crazy good.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't explain it, how your body feels. It becomes a...
It's good stuff. So how are you feeling differently? You said much better, but what's actually changed for you?
Well, my head is very clear.
Okay. And that wasn't the case?
No, not at all. I was pretty foggy. And even though I had been vegan for the last 2 years, I still had issues that were not being settled in my, I just knew there was something still wrong.
Right.
and it wasn't happening eating no dairy and no meat, and trying not to eat processed vegan, but sometimes that was part of the regime. So now the difference is my body feels better. It enjoys every time I have fresh fruit. It's a whole new beginning.
Yeah.
It's difficult to explain. It's an experience you don't know until you've cleansed and done a water fast.
It's true.
You can't receive that message until you experience and go through a water fast.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, this is coming from someone who admittedly hasn't eaten a lot of fruit up until now.
Yes.
But we've had many people who have been living on a fruit-based
Mm-hmm.
diet for years
Mhm.
come here and say exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole new experience after giving the body 3-4 weeks to clean itself
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I have a whole new body inside, and
Yeah.
I will return next winter for another 21-day water fast, because I know I'm not fully complete. I'm in the part of my cycle, but I know that I've gained such progress.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things we've been talking about, it's a controversial subject. A lot of people, including many experts, say there is no old hard material in the body. What would you say about that?
So not true. That is not true.
Yeah.
Yes, and I was worried that I was not going to leave without eliminating, and that certainly wasn't the case. I found that coconut water, it had some kind of beautiful talent
Yes.
to help push out that
Some laxative
first.
effect.
Yes, yeah,
It helps get things moving, no question.
yeah.
But you've, over the last 8 days or so,
Uh-huh.
you've eliminated quite a bit of stuff.
Yes.
Now, and again, let me clarify. People are thinking, well, how do you know what it was? So have you had any bowel movements that were just papaya or watermelon or just the fruit?
No.
Not yet.
It's not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly on a few, but mostly I'm eliminating both.
But you can tell the difference where there's mostly fruit
Oh, yes.
and where it's
Yes.
all old stuff.
I did have one that was close to just papaya.
Yeah.
And it was odorless, it was painless, it was an easy movement, it was all the above.
Right.
And
the other stuff?
ones? No.
Not so much.
Extremely,
Okay.
yeah, extremely difficult trying to
Right. Yeah.
do its thing. Yeah,
Good.
yeah, you can tell the difference.
No doubt. All right. So, and overall, I mean, I know you're already planning on coming back. I guess that means it was a positive experience for you. But
Very.
if you could share overall, what's your impressions about what happened here and what we're doing here?
I would say this place is just beautiful. When you walk in, the feeling you have is exponential. It's like a botanical garden here. I mean, you've made me feel whole, if that makes sense.
It makes sense to me.
Yes.
I'm not
yeah.
sure if everyone can understand that, but I mean, I don't think we
Yeah.
can ever be or feel whole when we're
Yeah.
separated from nature.
This is true. Yeah, you're in the middle of nature. I never minded being here at all. It was, we had an experience with some unusual rains,
Yeah,
but the sun is shining today, which is perfect.
it helps.
And two rainy days is nothing when you have 10 minutes of beautiful sunshine. If you forget about the bad weather. Yeah, no, the staff you have here is remarkable. Very, very kind, very, very compassionate, and that in itself is hugely important.
No doubt.
Yeah, it's part of life, and you have an excellent staff. I've just enjoyed. Everybody has made me feel very special. Yeah,
Well, you know
yeah.
why? Because you are very special. And it's been a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, thank you.
And congratulations, because you took yourself through something that wasn't easy. But you're already seeing, I think, the huge benefits that
Yes.
That
Oh
would
yeah.
be-
Yeah. It's like night and day.
fantastic.
Night and day. Thank you.
Well, such a pleasure. Thank you, Karen.
Absolutely.
See you next time.